Hello guys and welcome to episode 17 of my Rome 2 Total War campaign, Caesar and Gaul playing as the Romans, and today we're going to be continuing after beating back the Massiliots from Massilia. And we are going to have to go and take out these armies with the armies in Transalpina, but we're also going to have to look to be careful about these Vocontii. They seem to be appearing quite the aggressive bunch. We did sign a peace treaty with them while we were focusing on the west, but now that's all done and dusted, we can go back to focusing on them and taking them out. Now they hate me, so they are probably going to be my next target, and I will likely attack them with the 1st Legion. Meanwhile, the 3rd Legion can go and wipe out the last of the Massiliots. Before I do that, let's think about upgrading the general. We're going to give him unrelenting force, I think. That's always a nice one that I like to pick. So we get the extra campaign map movement range and the extra charge bonus.
Ready for battle.
I could also use the 1st Legion to take out these two armies. I might do that instead, because the 1st Legion needs to replenish on their ballistas, and I think I can recruit them from the home provinces. So it might be beneficial to send the 1st Legion in that direction, in which case we'll go and attack with that army, and then the 3rd Legion can replenish and go and take out the Vocontii for me with the help of the 2nd Legion. Now the 2nd Legion's a bit out of position here. I am feeling like I want to put them up towards this bridge, but I'm also looking at possibly trying to fortify them. Might do just that. I'll put them into a fortify, and they can build a fort there, which will stop the Vocontii from moving through the lands. Alongside that, I am going to also recruit some more men into this army. We do have a lot of money now. I'm not sure where the majority of that came from, but probably something to do with capturing Massilia. So anyway, let's use that money. We're going to get some ballistas into this army. And I'm also going to get some more legionaries, because it looks like we could do with a few more of them. And that should make the army quite a lot bigger.
At your command.
We are also going to be in a fort, I hope. Although maybe recruiting will stop that from happening. But we'll wait and see. In the meantime, hopefully the Vocontii won't feel like attacking me. Right, let's get the 1st Legion. Go and wipe out these armies. I'm going to make it into a position where one can reinforce the other, so I can take them both out at once. But looks like that's not going to happen. Unfortunately, because Caesar's no longer the general, our campaign map movement range is greatly reduced, which is really annoying. So that's going to be a pain in the ass. But either way, the 1st Legion should be able to take care of the children of Tyche and the brave companions soon enough. So we'll probably have to wait till next turn for that to happen. Meantime, we'll just sit in Massilia with this army. We'll think about introducing a couple of consecrated grounds and a public forum. Actually, I might not do 2 consecrated grounds. I was thinking maybe I could put in a Field of Mars or a training field, but if I'm not going to be using this province to recruit anyway, there's not really much point in doing that. So I will go with 2 consecrated grounds that will help sort out the public order a lot quicker. And then what I can do in Vasio is focus the majority on wealth producing buildings. Now we can upgrade the port, probably to a trading port, to give us the money. So that's going to be a harbour, so we can get the 120 wealth from maritime commerce and 60 wealth from local commerce. That'd probably be a nice one to invest into. So I am going to start building that, and we can wait till next turn to destroy the Massiliots for good. Now my spy is still alive and moving through enemy territory, so we are going to continue to head all the way over to the Suebi lands. we have Gnaeus Verenius Ilius. He's standing on the border still. The culture seems to be sorting itself out slowly but surely, so we're going to leave him there for now. The happiness in Aquitania is actually going really well for us, but I do have some money now, so I can think about upgrading these consecrated crowns. Actually, I can't because I already used up all the money. And that doesn't matter, we'll just put it into recruitment instead. We can't really recruit much in terms of like units into this army. I guess we could get a couple of units levy freemen and maybe another unit of legionaries in there. Actually, I'll probably just get some Celtic skirmishers. Skirmishers are always useful. They deal a ton of damage to armoured units. Then we've got the 3rd Legion, the 5th Legion. Tempted to move the 5th Legion towards Burdigala and swap the men into that army, just so that we make one big army that's actually useful, and then I can just disband the 5th Legion, or 6th Legion, sorry, for now. I think I might do just that. So let's put these men into that army, and I will disband this army here if I can. I'm not sure if I can actually do that. Yes, I can. Okay, so we don't need that army anymore, and that should give us a bit more money. And then this army, the 5th Legion, is really strong now and can be used to fend off any Gauls that decide to come down from the north. So that's great, and I think that's everything done for this turn. So let's move straight on to the next one. Wow. The Massiliots are suicidal. They've decided to attack me with the last of their armies. Their navy's the main army that's attacking me with 22 slingers. Then we have some mercenaries. We're informed there's Celtic skirmishers that ran away last time. And the Tarentine cavalry and the general, which is probably citizen cavalry. The brave companions, a couple units of cavalry as well. These guys, I can't see them lasting very long at all. We are just going to auto-resolve this with an aggressive stance. And hopefully that'll just wipe out the rest of their armies. And that has destroyed all 3. We didn't lose any men, really, I don't think. We lost 110 men, but we didn't lose any units, which is nice, especially considering they were all pretty depleted. So that's that. I'm going to kill the captive, and the Massiliots no longer exist. We also have the Vivici suiciding into Burdigala. So we're going to auto-resolve this one with a protective stance. We won't lose any men, and we'll wipe out the Vivici for good. We're going to execute them, and that's job done. Gaius Julius Caesar is once again ready to command. That's great. We've got Marcus Antonius is back. He has returned home. This man has returned home from his command. That's great. Then we got Domitia Strabo has been found. We've destroyed Massilia. We've destroyed the Vivici. And sabotage by Attacco again. Poison the wells. Great. So I'm guessing Caesar automatically took over the 1st Legion again? Doesn't look like it. Well, anyway, we need to change that back now. So we will do just that. I can't remember how we do that. Ah, there we go. Replace. We are going to replace him with Gaius Julius Caesar, of course. And we're going to give him his legatus back. Right. That is just great. We have the 1st Legion with Caesar once again. Now they are going to head towards the German lands. And hopefully we can start to recruit some ballistas on the way. If not, doesn't really matter too much. We have one, which should be enough to take out settlements. And if we can't recruit any more ballistas, then I'll probably just add a couple more legionaries instead. Now, the 2nd Legion did manage to recruit their men without being attacked by the Vocon TI, so that's great.
Ready for
So we're going to continue to buy some more men. We can actually recruit naked warriors now. I'm not sure how good they are. They cost the same amount as legionaries, and they do come with frenzy, which probably can be quite useful. But they have a bonus versus infantry that's higher than the legionaries. They have higher weapon damage, but they have lower melee attacks. That means they hit less. They have a better charge bonus, better melee defense, even though they're naked. They have lower health though, and better morale. Interesting. Might be worth recruiting a couple units of naked warriors, and maybe another ballista as well into that army. Right, so that's going to keep the 2nd Legion occupied for a little while. We've got construction reports of the cohort barracks being finished. That's why we can recruit naked warriors now. We've got the Temple of Minerva being finished and the Sacred Grove in Elenberis being finished, which is going to help greatly with the happiness in Aquitania. We've got trait gained +1 cunning for Gaius Cassius Longinus, and that's at Burdigala. We've got Course Master's report with all our men being finished. 5th Legion recruiting some Levy Freemen and Celtic skirmishers, and the 2nd Legion obviously getting their hands on that ballista. Then we got path block to Appius Gratius Regulus, and that is no longer the case, I don't think, because the Celiots decided to suicide. Okay, so the 3rd Legion still replenishing. Holy crap.
We hunger for battle. Ready for
It looks like it's going to take them a little while here in Massilia. Maybe because the happiness isn't quite as good as it should be yet.
for battle.
Either way, there's no rush really to take out the Vocon as long as they don't attack me first. And all the time that they wait, I'm just building up the 2nd Legion ready to attack them anyway. So I don't think there's many more army movements we can make. I'm probably going to go ahead and move Gnaeus Verenius Ilius into Aquitania now, so that he can sort out the culture there instead. We'll get my spy to continue.
Swift and silent, a shadow among shadows.
She will find out all of the places that I need to attack in order to complete my next mission. So the 3rd Legion and the 5th Legion, both ready to go really, but not really any targets just yet. Now, I'm not sure who the Santones are allied with, but I'm pretty sure they have a huge army here. I might invest into another agent in the next turn, so we have a spy to look into where the armies are of these 2 nations in the next turn. But not for now. We will probably move straight on to the next turn. Appius Gratius Regulus has returned home. We've got a construction report of the buildings being complete in Massilia and the slaughterhouse being finished in Tolosa. So that's going to give us a nice boost in money, hopefully. We can do the same in Massilia, actually. We can think about introducing another cattle trader to give us the wealth from that. But there's another army here, look at that. 2 armies now of the Vocon TI stacking up against my 1 army of the 2nd Legion. And that should be really interesting if that fight occurs, because I do have these naked warriors. I haven't actually used them yet. So that will be cool if that occurs. I do have space for another couple of units. I'm likely going to get another legionary cavalry, I think, and another set of legionaries in that army. And that will become a full army. And it can be supported by the 3rd Legion here, once they're fully replenished. Now what I might do is take the army out of Massilia if it doesn't affect the happiness too much. Oh, it does quite a lot, so we're going to have to leave them there for a little while longer. That's quite annoying, because it means that this army is deadly exposed against these 2 enemy armies. I am already calling them enemies because I am planning to attack them. Maybe it was a bad idea to
At
send
your command.
the 1st Legion away from that, but never mind. They're going to continue towards the Germans. Someone needs to head over there, and I think one army should be enough to beat them back. But we'll have to wait and see. I have made poor judgments in the past, especially in my Iceni campaign. Like towards the end of the Iceni campaign, I just sacrificed an entire army against the Seleucids, I think it was.
Commander.
So yeah, Verdigala, fine again. Not much else I can do. I'm really just waiting for the war against the Vocontii. So I'm sorry this is not really going too far at the moment. Need the 3rd Legion to fully replenish and then we're good to go.
For battle.
So as long as they don't attack me in the meantime, we should be just fine.
That
Right, let's
is
go
impossible.
continue exploring
I
with
see.
Demetrius Strabo. Gnaeus is on the case in Aquitania. And that's all job done. So let's go ahead again and end the turn. Okay, good. So Gaius Octavius Flavus, my veteran, has increased in rank, which is nice. I am going to obviously give him a new trait. We'll probably go with the martial artist to get even more unit experience gained per turn. That's going to make this army so elite, it's going to be ridiculous. Then we got faction destroyed, the Sequani. A construction report of the buildings being finished again in Massilia, and we've got new things in Verdigala. That's interesting. The Manipular barracks is being finished, so we can probably recruit legionary cavalry. Is that now? Yes, we can. That's really nice. It's going to make this army a lot more diverse. So we get a couple of units of legionary cavalry. And we can also think about building a decent navy now on the west coast of France. So I'll look into raising a fleet on this side. We have Marcus Antonius or Appius Gratius Regulus. Which one? I think I will go with Marcus Antinous. He's going to get his tower hexareme. And then we can think about getting an assault quadrime with legionaries. And using that, we can move up the coast, ready to attack the Ossismi. Great. So trait gained for Gaius Cassius Longinus. He's got +1 cultural influence and +2 public order in the local province. Is that my... No. So that's one of my generals. That's pretty cool. We've got the Quartermaster's report. Legionary cavalry and legionaries being recruited into the 2nd Legion. And the 5th Legion is going to get even stronger now as well. Trouble populace in Aquitania though, but that is sorting itself out. And I think the 3rd Legion is now good enough in order to attack the Vocontii. So probably going to go ahead and do just that. What I'll do in this province is I'll stop taxing it so that we cover the public order loss,
Ready for orders.
and then I'll move my army ready to
At once.
attack the
Is
Vocontii.
that all?
So I think I'm going to declare war on them now, and we'll go ahead and have a nice large battle to finish off the episode. Now they are allied with the Allobroges. I didn't really consider that. Does make me think I should possibly wait until this is a completely strong army. Not entirely sure, because Allobroges are technically my client state, I think. These 3 large armies here don't look too good for my own lands. Like, if the Allobroges joined the Vocontii, Nemesis would be left so open to attack, it'd be ridiculous. Maybe what I need to do, stop recruiting men in Verdigala, and start moving my army over to the east, and put the 5th Legion into Nemesis. We'll recruit these legionary cavalry, and then we'll continue our way to Nemesis. And then that army 5th Legion can defend Nemesis if the Allobroges join the war. In the meantime, Burdigala will be occupied by the 1st Fleet. So, looks like again, we're going to be waiting for the next turn. Right, let's move the spy to find out who's here. It's the Nervy. Second Legion will stay where they are. Going to put them into that fortified stance. We'll get the 3rd Legion to do the same. And the 1st Legion going to continue towards Germany. Okay. Job done. So let's go ahead and click the enter button. Right, our money is becoming quite an issue now, especially after recruiting those last 2 legionary cavalry. So we're going to have to start making use of all these armies in order to replenish our stocks of cash. Else we're not going to be able to advance our nation very well if we don't have any money to upgrade any buildings. We'll get our spy on the move.
That is beyond even my considerable talent.
We'll get 1st Legion to move towards the Germans. And the 2nd Legion and the 3rd Legion can now converge onto the Vocon. So I'm thinking we might have to wait another turn. Not sure how much this is going to cost to upgrade. We don't even have enough money to do so. I'm just going to upgrade the more important units then. The Legionary Cavalry. We'll upgrade the General unit as well. We're going to use Force March stance to get closer to Nemesis. And now I think I'm safe enough to put these guys into normal stances and attack Vocon. The Allobroges did join them.
Farewell to their men, for your heads will decorate our standards.
And this should be extremely interesting. A huge battle is about to occur. Tons of levy freemen on their side, and Celtic youths, and a ton of Celtic slingers in the 2nd army as well. This is gonna get messy. Let's go ahead and fight this one on the battle map. The weather conditions are rainy. We are going to wait for that to turn dry. Then we can use the range of our ballistas to our advantage. Now, the reinforcements of ours are coming out behind them. And I have a feeling that their reinforcements are going to come out behind me. This is going to be really interesting. Okay, so let's get the ballistas into position. We shall surround them with legionaries, and by doing that we should be able to react to any forces that come behind us. Get my general into position, get all my cavalry into position. I'm going to keep them all on one side so they're very, very strong. We'll keep my levy freemen behind the ballistas so they don't get charged by cavalry, and we'll keep the skirmishers in front. Why not? Okay, so that's going to be my formation. They're going to be forced to attack me even though I'm the aggressor, basically due to my ballistas. So we're going to start the battle here, and as soon as they get in range we're going to start pounding these frontal units with our ballistas.
Enemy reinforcements.
The spear nobles here. I would love to know where the enemy reinforcements are coming from. Maybe behind me, not entirely sure. I'm going to let them be stone shots for now. We're going to sort out my army that's behind.
Commander! Double time! Legionaries!
This is just so interesting though. I've never had a battle that's going to be this complex.
Warriors, ready! Run, curse you! Skirmishers!
Okay, their reinforcements are coming from up here by the looks of things. That's just fine.
Ballista!
Well, let's set these two explosive rounds now. We have dealt quite a lot of damage so far, but I think the explosive rounds will disperse the formations a bit better.
Legionary cavalry!
We're going to get the cavalry from the second army to run forwards.
Legionaries!
Going to get the rest of these men to quickly line up.
Legionary cavalry! Riders!
Get those men to run.
Ballista! Take aim! By your command! Your orders! Legionary cavalry! Right, riders! At the double! Horsemen! Advance at speed!
As long as I get my cavalry there, I should have enough.
Infantry! Breaking battle group!
Need to put them into formation lock. There we go. Right, we're now being attacked. Let's just pause this and see what's happening. Gonna get my cavalry to charge in from the left side. Looks like one of my skirmisher units took the brunt of the attack at the start there, so we are going to use our rally ability straight away, and then we're going to begin to engage their units. Gonna get my ballistas to aim at their youths. We'll get the levy freemen to come around the right side to defend the flanks, and the left side as well. Actually, probably not needed so much on the left, so we'll put 2 units on the right, and we'll make this unit of legionaries engage this unit of levy freemen. And that should be that. So let's continue the game. My cavalry is coming from behind as well, from the second army, so that's going to help us out. There we go, these units being run down. They don't have any units to defend them on this side. Need to think about turning my men towards these slingers. Cavalry coming in the back here. So much cavalry, it's ridiculous. Continuing the attack nonetheless.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Again, going to charge into these levy freemen and we'll anvil them with one of the units. These mercenary citizen cavalry will be attacked by 2 units of cavalry. And we're going to start hurting these Celtic youths with another unit of cavalry. And then we will also take out these units of Celtic youths on the right that are skirmishing with my legionaries. Okay, so we've pretty much wrecked the entirety of the first army. Second army is still on the move. What I'm going to do with the first army is actually turn it to face the second army now. Ballistas have run out of ammo, so I'll just move them back a bit. Get my levy freemen on the flanks. get all my cavalry back so they don't get destroyed by the spear units of the enemies. So we can reform all of them. And we are going to probably destroy a lot of those men, but we don't have time really at the moment to chase them down. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just move my cavalry into the forest. Looks like some units from the first army have moved and reformed with the second army, but I'm not quite sure what the enemy is doing at the moment. They just seem to be moving away. So I am going to get this army to turn and face them. We're going to get this legionary line to move forwards as well.
Riders, forward! By your command! Skirmishers!
Skirmishers to move up behind with the general and the levy freeman as well.
Levy Freeman!
It's been a glorious battle so far. I think the enemy is just confused about which way they need to form, which is why the army looks so derpy for them at the moment. But we do have ballistas in this army, so we are going to have to force them to attack us again. And maybe we can make use of some of these naked warriors. Just got their jock straps on. They look great. We'll see how effective they really are. The funniest thing is apparently they have better defense than these guys. Which I think is hilarious. Right. First army's nearly in position. Our cavalry is basically just building up behind them, which is probably really scary for them. Obviously the AI doesn't have feelings. But still, now my ballistas are in position, they can start firing into the enemy. So we're going to go with some explosive rounds. Going to get the Celtic skirmishers to stand amongst the ballistas, but just behind. We're going to turn off skirmish mode so they remain there. We're going to put these guys into explosive rounds as well. We're going to start firing at the right side of their formations.
Levy! Get running! Ready! Skirmishers! Legatus! By your command! Legionary cavalry!
And this is going to get pretty ugly soon. The second army has a lot of slingers, and you can see that's what they're using here. So I'm going to have to advance on them quickly with the cavalry. This is doing a lot of damage though. We'll start to run into some of these men. Oh my lord. I let my legionary cavalry take a ton of damage then. If they turn to attack my levy freeman, I will just charge them in the back. Okay, we're re-engaged at the front here. Gonna get these naked warriors to attack the levy freeman on the left. On the right we can reinforce with the levy freeman and the extra units of legionaries. Put these guys into a frenzy. And watch the naked warriors cut up the Vocon. Jesus, they already made them rout. So my cavalry, meanwhile, just running round in their back lines. Massacred the majority of their men. can move forwards the legionaries now. Not sure if they'll get there in time. Just charge into the back of these levy freemen on the edge.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Crush them there. Gonna get this unit of legionary cavalry to head into the back of this lot. I'll put them onto Draco so that those levy freemen don't do much damage to my cavalry.
Legionary cavalry.
And now we're going to charge their army in the back with legionaries.
Ready and waiting. Legionary cavalry. Legionary cavalry. Brave Romans to a man.
And we have pretty much broken them all.
Ready for battle.
Get the naked warriors to continue to run after them. Going to stop these ballistas from firing. And I think we have enough cavalry really to just annihilate their army completely. So let's get all this cavalry on the move. And we'll run them all down.
Swift riders at your command. Advance.
Look
The enemy
at the
general
amount
is
of
dead.
dead men across this battlefield. This is huge battlefield. Look. Just look at the amount of fighting that's gone the entire way over. Now while they were engaged in my front line here, where all these legionaries are standing, all my cavalry was just running around slaughtering the slingers in the back line. And then here at the front we have the place where our legionaries converged from both armies and just crushed them.
At the double.
I think that was really, really awesome to watch. Alright, let's stop these legionaries running after them. They're not going to make much progress. We can stop these naked warriors from running after them as well. Like, oh, you really wanted to kill some men with their heads down, not because they're tired or anything. Oh, cavalry just, hey, just running straight through them. Okay, we'll get these legionary cavalry to catch up to this unit of shattered slingers, and we'll just speed things up now. These men get slaughtered. Just like a bunch of like wasps or bees just coming along and like killing them all. Warming them completely. And I think that is pretty much job done. So we're going to go ahead and quit the battle there. Decisive victory. We lost 740 men, they lost 5,344. Possibly this, probably the biggest battle I've had so far. But it wasn't in city, so it wasn't as epic, I don't think. Now, the Stalkers of Kama lost a lot of men. They've only got 4 units left. The Golden Porks have only got 4 units left as well. And we got a ton of experience for our men. So that's a nice decisive victory. We're going to go ahead and kill the captives. And increase in rank for Gaius Volusenus Quadratus. Great. So we're going to get him a increased general skill. And I'm going to use the 2nd Legion to destroy the Stalkers of Kama's completely. I'm going to auto-resolve this with an aggressive stance, and both of those armies will die. Bravo. Kill the captives there. And then we can think about moving the 3rd Legion on to take Vasio. But unfortunately, not in this episode. Because it has been my time. So I really enjoyed that last battle. Hopefully you guys did as well. I think it went really well considering how many men the enemy had. I think I managed it quite well. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.